Well, I don't know, man. You've been seeming sus lately.
So I just got off of work a few minutes ago, and I open up YouTube and I find that MrBeast has created a AI thumbnail generator, and I want to kind of go over it a little bit. So yeah, let's do it. We're gonna watch the video here. All his tweets about it are deleted, which I'm pretty sure is probably because of the backlash that he got. But let's talk about this a little bit.
There is a new way to make professional looking viral thumbnails with zero Photoshop experience. And the best part is, this new method works in every niche. Whether you do gaming, cooking, beauty, this works for all of them.
So one of the first things that comes to mind was something that Jacksepticeye said, I think a few years ago now, and I know he's brought back up again in this later, but we'll get to that.
Now Jack, a completely unrelated question. Do you like MrBeast?
No.
Do you think MrBeast ruined YouTube?
Yes.
Now in all honesty, Jack, why?
Because it became more about views, money, and popularity than it did about having fun.
And I agree. I considered, going down that route, but I instead decided to stick with what I'm doing now. I'll probably get a lot less viewership, a lot less money, but it's what I enjoy doing. I enjoy talking about things and cultivating that sense of community. And it's really disheartening as a super small creator to see all these people just get so much money, like an unbelievable amount of money, by doing nothing at all. Let's keep going.
From creating custom results from any channel to literally being able to put your face on a thumbnail.
So, I got a picture here that I'm going to put on screen. I mean, you could read it for yourself right here. The largest channel in Russia just takes my thumbnails and photoshops his face on mine. He's upset. This was, I guess 4 years ago now. But you can see he's angry, he's upset. I mean, obviously, who wouldn't be? You put time and effort into those thumbnails, and this humongous guy just comes along and takes it away. He takes all the hard work, all the effort. Maybe you paid someone to do it. Maybe you commissioned. So it's your money, your time, the artist's time, their creativity, their effort, the planning, all for just some big guy, this big corporation, really, to just take it and put his face on it. And I find it very, very ironic that MrBeast literally highlights that you can put your face onto other people's thumbnails when he literally complained about that exact thing. And let's keep going.
It literally feels like cheating. This is the whole...
It feels like cheating, because it is cheating. My thumbnails and my videos are not good. I make them in about 10 minutes, and I try to make them as goofy as possible with stock footage, just random baloney that I can find that is somewhat relevant to what I'm talking about. I mean, hell, one of my biggest videos is just the Mario Kart World logo and then a shrugging emoji. But you know what it isn't? It isn't cheating. Yeah, all I did was go to Google, I typed in Mario Kart logo, and then I typed shrug emoji, and then I typed in a sentence. And there you go. That was the thumbnail. But I did it myself. And I did it myself because I think that style of thumbnail is funny. I think that it is entertaining for the types of videos that I want to make, and it's not completely ripped off of someone else.
With the AI tool where you can type in any channel.
Now this I find really interesting. So I only recognize a few channels on here. I noticed Jacksepticeye, I notice Moist Critical, and then I think that's Linus Tech Tips up there. Did they consent to this? I doubt it. I know Jacksepticeye definitely didn't, because he talked about it on Twitter. But I also find it interesting that they bring up Moist Critical's thumbnails, considering his thumbnails are just random stills from his videos, and he has been very open about that he does not make thumbnails. He just grabs a screenshot of the beginning of it and then puts it on the thumbnail. So I wonder how you're going to take those thumbnails and put your face over them, because it's just him in his room most of the time, or a screenshot from whatever he's talking about.
On all of YouTube, and it'll use it as inspiration for the thumbnail it's generating. So,
inspiration. I find it funny that he mentions inspiration when just a minute ago he showed his thumbnail and then the result, and it is the exact same thumbnail but with another person's face on it. If that qualifies as inspiration, why were you complaining all those years ago about the Russian channel copying your thumbnails? Because that is the same exact thing. You are getting rules for thee and not for me, basically, because he complained about someone taking the thumbnails and putting their face on it, and now he's doing that exact thing for a profit, but calling it inspiration.
So for example, let's say you're MrBeast. You would just type in MrBeast here. Now it's gonna look at all my recent videos and get inspiration from them. And for the prompt, I'm gonna type in stranded on a volcano. And there you go, we now have a thumbnail with me dangling on the side of a volcano. This is perfect for inspiration, and if you do a couple iterations with the system, this is how you can literally generate your thumbnails going forward.
So it sounds like he's talking about don't use this to make your thumbnails, but use this as inspiration for your thumbnails. And I find it hard, he has to know. I mean, he's not stupid. This guy is scarily intelligent. You're not going to use this, you're not going to get that picture of, the dangling over a volcano and then think, oh yeah, this is how I need to make my thumbnail. Now let's go make it. You're going to take that and you're just going to use that. I mean, obviously. Let's keep going.
As you can see here, I have a very descriptive prompt describing a Minecraft block that is glowing rainbow colors and vibrant Minecraft grass with trees in the background with no YouTube inspiration. So now let's hit generate, and I think you're gonna be impressed with what this comes up with. I have not altered this in any way. Look at this thumb.
Well, first off, why did he have to turn the computer if he was just going to show the screenshot of whatever? The point is that a nice thumbnail? Sure, I guess. Will it grab kids' attentions? Absolutely. Did it save a shit ton of time and money? You're damn right it did. But, I mean, what's the point? I mean, I get for someone like MrBeast, this is a business. This is his business. He gets his wealth. He gets the people around him wealth. And he gets sales from the thumbnails. The thumbnails are a huge part of it, and the thumbnails are a major part of why he's so successful. And you could say, oh, he's giving, the keys to the kingdom to the little guy, now they can get that money, he's evening the playing field. Well, we'll get to the price later. Don't you worry. But I mean, like, not really. Not really. You're not leveling the playing field. Because, I mean, this really feels like a situation where, the rich get richer and the poor get poor. It's going to shoot MrBeast even high up, and it's going to push people like me and like 1,000 other YouTubers just straight down the gutter. It's saddening and it's disheartening.
Thumbnail it came up with. That is actually insane. All from one single prompt and no inspiration from any other channel. You can type literally anything you want and it will generate a thumbnail for you in a style that will make a viral YouTube video. And
again, if you are in YouTube to get a viral video, or you are in YouTube to make as much money as possible, I think you're in the wrong industry. If you are using this and paying $80 a month just to make a thumbnail that will get you the most money and the most ad revenue and the most clicks and the most retention, why are you doing YouTube? I mean, if it's just a get-rich-quick scheme, I mean, you're just soulless at that point. And either you're soulless and you don't care, or you don't know and you're delusional. And if you're delusional, then you need to be called out on it. This is soulless. You are not putting any passion, any care, any love into the craft. And I'm not saying that, my videos are super high quality. I literally turn on a camera, talk for 30 minutes, turn off the camera, and then post. But I'm doing it because I care. I could have a robot voice just read out the script for me, but I don't, because I care about what I'm doing and I want it to be the best it can. Now, can AI be a tool? Absolutely, but this is not using it as a tool. You are making the thumbnail itself. You would not say that me having an AI text-to-speech my scripts, that would not be a tool. You are having it doing it for you. The same as a calculator is a tool, because you have to actually know how to put in the formula. But having ChatGPT for it is not a tool, because you're not really using the formula.
And step 3, to show you how all out we went on this AI thumbnail tool, you could also copy a URL from any YouTube video. We'll just paste this one I have here. And in the prompt box, just tell it what to change in the thumbnail. To demonstrate, I have this F1 thumbnail with an F1 car, and so in the prompt, I'm just gonna simply type in change F1 car to minivan. That is all I'm typing in. I'm gonna hit generate. Let's see what it produces. And boom, it's done.
Would this not qualify as stealing? I mean, in a way, this is stealing. I don't know legally if it's stealing, but it sure feels like it morally. He literally says you can take the thumbnail of any YouTuber you want, and then you can change what you want about it, but it still has the same thing. You know, he literally took that thumbnail of that car, and I'm like, yeah, the car's different, but he didn't do that. He didn't change the car himself. He got something to do it for him. How is this any different than taking the script? If I had gotten the YouTube transcript of a Moist Critical video talking about, you know, fucking, I don't know, Wilbur Soot biting someone, and I have AI give me the exact same script but just change a few things, and then I read it word for word, is that my own creation? No, it's not. It is taking someone else's work, regardless of how much they put into it. It's someone else's, and then just tweaking it and repurposing it and then putting it out. It's no different than if you take Coca-Cola and you add 3 drops of lemon and then you put a brand new logo on it and say it's a new product. It's not. You didn't make it yourself. You took someone else's thing, tweaked it a little tiny bit, and then put it out there.
It's done. Bro, I'm not even joking. Look, it swapped out the F1 race car for a minivan. That was it. I just typed in a prompt and it swapped it. This is crazy. If you really like the thumbnail you're generating, but not the face on it, don't worry. We have this face swap tool that you can click, upload a face you do like, and it will instantly swap it onto the thumbnail. To show you how simple this is, I'm gonna take a photo of my face. Okay? I'm now gonna hit face swap and take the thumbnail from this to this automatically.
So let's go back a little bit. So the first thing that I want to point out, let's see if I can get these little things right here, the V$8 or 8 coins. From what it looks like, you're going to have to pay for coins, and then every time you do something, it's going to cost those coins. That is a big moneymaker, because you do something you don't like, well, that still costs you coins, so you're going to have to fork over more of them coins. It's crazy. And again, let's boil this down to the brass tacks. You're taking someone else's thumbnail, and you're putting your face on it. What does that remind us of? Let's keep going.
And take the thumbnail from this to this automatically. I could go on and on, but this is the future of YouTube thumbnails. No more complicated Photoshop and having to get a PhD in how to edit things and figure out what 1,000 buttons do. Now, you can literally just type into a prompt what you want, and it'll give it to you.
So that's the end of the video. Is this not just the complete soulless corporation? We are literally watching as thousands of channels, probably even tens of thousands, either stop putting passion into what they're doing, or having these people. What I fear the most is take the perfect mix of Cocomelon and MrBeast. You get a bunch of videos, Cocomelon and stuff like that. They have this video and they will copy and paste the same video 10 times with a different theme. And then you create a thumbnail that is chemically engineered, scientifically engineered to get the most clicks, the most retention, the most views, the most ad revenue from children. And then you can post 10 videos a day that are basically the exact same video with completely different thumbnails that will hook kids, and the kids don't care. And it's basically a money printer. And so not only are tons of channels going to start doing this, you're going to see a humongous influx of channels be created because of this. And they're not doing it for, the passion, or because they like what they're doing, or because they want to entertain kids, or because they want to have fun. They're doing it because they recognize this is a moneymaker. He literally says that you use this because you want to make a viral video. People are going to use this because they want to scientifically engineer the biggest video possible. And again, you literally complained about this not that long ago. It's crazy. You're just making the biggest profit possible for the least amount of work. It's nuts. So this tweet that I just posted has been deleted. ViewStats just dropped AI thumbnails, and it will take the guesswork out of what thumbnails will perform. Just prompt what you're looking for, and it will generate a data-backed viral thumbnail smiley emoji. And the wording is very particular here, and it's very telling. It takes the guesswork out of what thumbnails will perform. Just prompt what you're looking for, and it will generate a data-backed viral thumbnail. That's all it is. It's just the numbers. What is data-backed? What will perform the best? I mean, you're literally taking as much of the work out of it as you can for the biggest return. It's crazy. So then we get into the pricing. I've only seen this, so it says it's most popular, so I assume there's more than one pricing. So we're going to go with this one since it's the most popular. Our full suite now includes AI thumbnail generation and more, perfect for all creators. Everything that it gives you. 1,000 AI credits per month. That's crazy. You're paying $80 a month and you can't even make infinite amounts. You can only make up to 1,000, but I assume they cost 8 credits because that's what the thing said. So, I mean, there you go. You're paying $80 a month and you don't even get to use it fully. Generate viral thumbnails, thumbnail style to any channel, face swap, put yourself in any thumbnail. Ding, ding, ding. You complained about that. Recreate your favorite thumbnails. Get the perfect thumbnail with AI editing and then access to Discord. $80 a month. $80 a month. Over 10 months, that's $800. That is insane. You have to be straight up nutty to spend $800. More than $800 because that's only 10 months. 12 months of $160, so you're spending $960, I believe, for this. I sure hope that you get a viral video and that you make $1 million, because how are you going to afford nearly $1,000 a year for AI generated thumbnails? It's crazy to me that people are saying, this was inevitable. MrBeast is just leveling the playing field, giving the keys to the creators so they can be just like him. No, he's not. This is the biggest money-making scam I've ever seen in my entire life. MrBeast is a multi-millionaire. Maybe he doesn't have a lot of money because the money gets funneled into his videos, but it's not like he's doing poor. It's not like he's doing bad. Why does he need to charge $80 a month for this if he wants to truly make it easier so the little guy can get ahead? You want the little guy to get ahead the easy way? You wouldn't be charging nearly $1,000 a year. And then that brings us to Jacksepticeye, and here I have DanTDM discussing it. Jacksepticeye says, "What the actual fuck? He used my logo in promotion for it too. I hate what this platform is turning into. Fuck AI." And DanTDM replies with depressing weary emoji. And I agree. I agree completely. It is crazy that, not only is MrBeast selling the commercialization of YouTube, what in my opinion should be about creators creating something that they're passionate about and then seeing a profit based on their hard work and their efforts. He's also, using other people who are against it, like Jacksepticeye. I know Moist Critical's against AI. Using them as a way to prop up his thing, almost as if it's backed by them, and it's not. DanTDM is one of the original YouTubers. Maybe not in terms of how long he's been on the platform, but he's the golden girl of YouTube. I remember watching him when I was a young kid, and I agree with him here. You would have never expected this 10 years ago, or maybe you would have, but it doesn't make it any less good or any less bad. I mean, and I'm not going to pull up any tweets in particular, but I'm seeing a lot of people respond on Twitter to people like Jack and Dan. This was inevitable. This was always going to happen. You're just an old fart, clinging to your ideas, sitting on the porch, waving your fist in the air. And it's like, yeah, it is. All bad changes start with a little step. You never push the big change out day one. You start with something small so it becomes normal. And then maybe, a month later you do something else that's small. Maybe you start with, AI generate the best title. That's small, who really cares, it's just a title. And then it's the description, and then it's the thumbnail, and then it's the visuals, and then it's the sound, and then at that point you can just make a fully AI generated video in 10 minutes, post it, make 10 videos a day, and then reap the money. It is literally an infinite money generator, and as a guy who loves money, it's tempting. It's tempting, but I know that I'm not going to do it because I have morals, and I value art, and I value what art stands for. And so all in all, that's really it. That's really all there is to discuss. It's crazy. He deleted the tweet. I wonder if he'll remove the service or even acknowledge it. Probably not. It's in his best interest to not acknowledge it. But yeah, MrBeast is a hypocrite. He is a soulless cash cow, and I hate what he's done to a platform that I have been a viewer of since I was a child and now am a creator. Very disheartening, and I hope that people are able to recognize just how dangerous this really is. Yeah, I guess that's all.
You sussy baka!